Look up at the night sky. What do you see? Distant stars, each a sun blazing across unimaginable distances. Now look around you. The screen you're watching, the light in your room, the hum of your refrigerator, they seem so different from the cosmos. But what if the same invisible forces that govern the stars are at work right here, powering your world? There's a hidden architecture to reality, a web of connections we can't see but can understand. This story begins not in a grand observatory, but in the mind of a humble man, Michael Faraday. Born in 19th century London, Faraday saw the world as a unified whole, bound by mysterious lines of force. With insatiable curiosity, he imagined a universe alive with invisible energies. Every time you charge your phone or use an electric motor, you're tapping into secrets Faraday uncovered. He transformed electricity and magnetism from curiosities into the twin pillars of a new civilization. Faraday dared to look at a twitching compass needle and see a clue to the fundamental nature of the cosmos. He taught us to listen to the universe's music and to seek the connections that bind everything together. Michael Faraday was born into poverty in 1791, his future seemingly set for manual labor. But at 14, apprenticed to a bookbinder, he found his gateway to the stars. Surrounded by books, Faraday devoured every scientific idea he could find, turning the back room into his own laboratory. His hunger for knowledge was relentless. He attended public lectures by Sir Humphrey Davy, taking meticulous notes and binding them into a book, a bold application for a chance at science. Davy saw brilliance in Faraday's work and hired him as an assistant. Faraday stepped through the door, leaving bookbinding behind for the world of science. Imagine being that boy, discovering a universe of wonder in the pages of books, then daring to join it. Faraday's journey began with curiosity and courage, not privilege. He showed that passion and persistence can open doors once thought closed. From a blacksmith's son to a scientist, his real journey was just beginning. The world of science would never be the same. Sometimes the greatest discoveries start with a single, audacious question. Inside the Royal Institution, Faraday's fascination with electricity and magnetism took center stage. At the time, they were seen as separate mysteries, lightning and compasses, unrelated. But a clue emerged. An electric current could move a compass needle. Faraday wondered, could a magnet create electricity? For years he experimented, failing again and again but never giving up. Then, in 1831, he wrapped two coils of wire around an iron ring, connected one to a battery, the other to a galvanometer. When he switched the battery on, the needle twitched, then stopped. When he disconnected it, it twitched again. The secret, it wasn't the magnetic field itself, but its change that created current. Faraday had discovered electromagnetic induction. Moving a magnet through a coil produced electricity, a principle that would power the world. He had found the hidden link between electricity and magnetism. This was the spark that would forever change science and technology. Faraday's relentless curiosity had revealed a new force of nature. The world would never be the same. Sometimes a single experiment can light up the universe. Faraday's discovery wasn't just a scientific breakthrough, it was the birth of modern technology. With electromagnetic induction, he built the first electric generator, turning motion into electricity. Suddenly, waterfalls, wind, and steam could power cities. This principle drives nearly every power plant on Earth today. But Faraday saw deeper. If changing magnetic fields create electric fields, and vice versa, then electricity and magnetism are two sides of the same coin. He imagined lines of force fields filling space, carrying energy, shaping reality. This radical idea redefined science, moving from objects acting at a distance to fields weaving the fabric of the universe. Sprinkle iron filings around a magnet, and you glimpse the lines Faraday saw in his mind. He proposed that these fields were real, storing and carrying energy. Faraday's visioned the universe as a dynamic, interconnected field of energy. He wove together the invisible forces that power our civilization. The world was now seen through the lens of fields, not just particles. Faraday's ideas were so revolutionary, many struggled to accept them. He lacked mathematical language, but his experiments spoke volumes. Decades later, James Clerk Maxwell translated Faraday's vision into 4 elegant equations, uniting electricity and magnetism as one electromagnetic field. Maxwell's equations revealed something astonishing. Light itself is an electromagnetic wave. Faraday's simple experiments had unveiled the true nature of light. Einstein, inspired by Faraday's concept of fields, built his own theories on this foundation. Faraday's journey, from blacksmith's son to inspiration for the greatest minds, reshaped our understanding of reality. The universe, once seen as empty space, was now a continuous, dynamic fabric. Faraday's lines of force still bind the cosmos and our imaginations. How can a twitch of a needle change the world? Because a new scientific truth gives us a new way of seeing. Faraday's discovery of electromagnetic induction led to generators, power grids, radio, television, and Wi-Fi. The world you live in is built on his principles, but the impact goes deeper. Faraday's idea of the field transformed our conception of reality. It paved the way for Einstein's relativity and quantum field theory. One person's curiosity can reshape everything. Faraday's story reminds us, discovery begins with wonder and a simple question. He never lost his childlike curiosity, always exploring the unseen. You don't need privilege to change the world, just the courage to stay curious. The universe is still full of secrets, waiting for the next Faraday. Michael Faraday's story is an invitation to look at the world and wonder what secrets it hides. Today, the tools for learning and discovery are more accessible than ever. The spirit of the blacksmith's son lives on in anyone who asks how things work. Curiosity is our superpower, the engine of progress. Faraday's legacy is not just electricity, but the example that no question is too simple, and no person too humble to uncover truth. The universe rewards the persistent and the imaginative. The next breakthrough could come from anyone who refuses to let curiosity be silenced. So, ask big questions. Take things apart. Experiment. Fail. And try again. The cosmos is waiting, full of mysteries yet to be discovered. Faraday gave us electric light, but his greater gift was showing us how to illuminate our own ignorance. The journey he began is not over. The next step is yours. Your curiosity is your invitation to the universe. Accept it.